Do you struggle with time management? Well, you're in luck because today's video is all about 7 ways to improve your time management skills here on Get Organized with Jodi. Hi, I'm Jodi Granock. I'm a certified professional organizer with over 15 years in the field, and I know that it can be really hard to get things done. So today we're going to focus on ways to improve your time management skills. And let's go right to our first tip, which is know your energy level. Are you an early bird? Are you a night owl? Are you somewhere in between, like an afternoon person? We need to come up with an expression for an afternoon person, I guess. Schedule the activities that require the most brain power for the time of day where you feel the most energetic, and save the more mundane tasks for your lower energy times. So when you're trying to figure out when's the best time to return phone calls, when is the best time to have a strategy meeting, use your energy level so that you can maximize and get the most for your buck. Second tip is to create your ideal environment. You may be a person that needs and wants to have something on in the background. You just want to have some kind of sound going, whether it's music, a podcast, a TV show, and that's fine. But if you're someone who gets distracted by those things and you need a more quiet environment, make sure that you do that before starting a major project. Our third tip is to break large tasks down into small pieces. You know, a lot of us avoid big projects because we are looking for this magical unicorn of time where we can start and finish a big project all in one day. And that's not always the most realistic way to look at things. So, for example, if you want to organize your kitchen, a kitchen is a pretty big project. Even I don't organize a whole kitchen in one day. Instead of searching for the ideal day to block out and commit to a large project, try breaking that project into smaller tasks. And then you could schedule those tasks into your calendar, whether it's a paper calendar or electronic, like on your phone. So you might say, gee, I really want to tackle this kitchen. I'm going to take the next few weekends to do that. And the first weekend, I'm going to focus on the refrigerator and the freezer. And the next weekend, I'm going to focus on the pantry. And the next weekend, I'm going to focus on the cabinets and the drawers, and so on. And so that is a better way to tackle a large project. Think about the smaller steps that can be involved in that larger project, and then just work on scheduling time to do the individual pieces. Let's move on. Using a timer when you need motivation is our fourth tip. Sometimes we just don't want to do a project, and a timer can be a great way to break the ice and say, you know what, let me just set a timer for 15 or 20 minutes and just commit that I'm going to work on this project until the timer goes off. And a lot of times that's all it takes to break the ice, and you get into a groove. And when that timer goes off, you're like, no, I'm okay, I can keep going. And that's great. But if you were white knuckling it through those 15 or 20 minutes, hey, that's fine. Give yourself credit for tackling a piece of the project and acknowledge you're going to get it done. And then you set up a time to do another chunk. But like I said, a lot of times it was just starting that is the stumbling block. I know sometimes I don't feel like doing my whole workout, and I'll tell myself, you know what, just start walking on the treadmill for 15 minutes and see how you feel. And if you don't feel like you want to do it today, at least you did 15 minutes. I never do just 15 minutes, but telling myself that helps give me the motivation to get started. So a timer can be really, really effective. Tip 5 is to keep a notepad handy for when you get distracted. So sometimes we're working on a project and our mind is just running about all these other things we need to do. I got to call this person. I need to pay this bill. I need to schedule an appointment. And it's good to have a way to just jot something down so that you don't forget it and you don't keep obsessing about it. And that way you can go back to your project that you're working on. And of course, it doesn't have to be jotting it down on a piece of paper. You can certainly use your phone. I recommend using the Notepad app. It's a great way to keep a lot of lists electronically so that you're not trying to keep a lot of things in your head. Tip number 6 is to play the commercial game. You might be thinking, commercials? Who watches commercials? I know. In this day and age, we often can watch shows without commercials at all, either because we're streaming something or because we've recorded it and we can fast forward through the commercials. But hear me out. Sometimes we may have about 15 or 20 minutes worth of chores around the house, and we just don't want to take those 15 or 20 minutes. We're like, oh, I don't feel like doing it. But you can make a game out of it by instead saying, you know what, I'm going to let the commercials run on this hour-long show. And every time there's a commercial break, I'm going to get up and see what I can get done in the 1, 2, or 3 minutes before the show comes back on. And you'd be amazed how in the course of that 1-hour show, you did get about 20 minutes of chores done, but you didn't do a solid 20 minutes all at one time. You just did it in short little bursts, and you made it kind of fun. So you can tidy up the house and you can take out the trash and scoop the litter box and put away the dishes and put away the laundry or fold the laundry, whatever it is, during the commercials of a TV show. Try it and see what you think. And our last tip is to add time to the appointments in your schedule. I think this is a big one for a lot of people. We look at our calendar and we say, oh, I've got such and such an appointment. Okay, I have time to do this other thing shortly before that appointment or shortly after that appointment. But we're not being realistic about how long an appointment really takes unless we pad in some time. So for example, if you have a doctor's appointment at 3 in the afternoon, that's not when the appointment starts. Unless you live right next door to your doctor, you have to factor in the driving there, finding a parking space, getting inside the building, getting up to whatever floor the doctor's office is on. So you need to allow for travel time both before and after the appointment. The more realistic your appointments are blocked out in your schedule, the less likely you are to overcommit on any given day. So try padding some time around all your appointments. And those are our tips for today. I hope they give you some relief in your struggles with time management and they make you more efficient and more productive. I encourage you to visit organizingmagic.com for more organizing resources, including our free e-newsletter and information about our monthly Zoom webinars, which are also free. And remember, new videos drop every Friday. So be in the know and click like and subscribe before you go, so you never miss a single video. I'll see you next time.